Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm the Lazy Wizrd, and today we are talking Hogwarts Legacy. So I'm starting this channel because I'm super stoked for this game and I cannot wait for it. And I basically want to start sharing my gameplay of once it comes out with everybody on here. So again, like I said, I'm super stoked. I think this is going to be the best Harry Potter game we've gotten in a while because we know that the last few have really let us down. But today I want to go over the frequently asked questions on their website and see what they think we are asking and what we want to find out. So let's go ahead and take a look at those questions and see where they want us to know and also what we want to know. Like I have questions too, and I want to ask those questions to you guys and see what you guys think and see if you guys have the same questions. So awesome. So if we go over to their website, again, it's a pretty nice website from everything I've been able to see. So again, here it is. Hogwarts Legacy, Portkey Games. This looks so awesome. Again, everything, you guys seen the trailer. I've seen it dozens of times. I'm sure you all have. We're going to go into more in-depth on another video of everything that it refers to here, like the Ravenclaw who dared to discover, all the other animals. I'm going to have a Fantastic Beasts video coming out soon. But basically, let's go ahead and get into those frequently asked questions. So, frequently asked questions. First off, what kind of game is Hogwarts Legacy? So Hogwarts Legacy is an immersive open-world action role-playing game set in the 1800s wizarding world, which puts players at the center of their own adventure. Awesome. So immersive, open-world, action role-playing. We love these types of games. So anything that gets us like immersed, such as like Breath of the Wild was a really popular one. Other RPGs that are popular are like, Dark Souls, Witcher. Those types of games are awesome because you get to explore a whole world. You get to see the environment, see what they have for us, and I really hope that this is as big as it can be. Breath of the Wild big or bigger or somewhere at least to that size. Again, I really hope that the map is the best part of this. So let's go ahead. So who is publishing Hogwarts Legacy? Warner Brothers Games is publishing Hogwarts Legacy under the Portkey Games label. The game is being developed by Avalanche. Okay, so I did a little research on Avalanche. So Portkey, first off, is the company that publishes all Harry Potter games. They basically have been established since I think 2017 or 15 or something like that. And they have released the last few mobile games, which we know have kind of been a flop. But Avalanche are the ones who have created a few of the games that we know of. And I'll go ahead and throw up a list right here of games that they've released. Again, nothing that we've really stands out, but at least it seems to be a good developer that seems to make quality stuff at least. So when does Hogwarts Legacy release? Hogwarts Legacy release in 2021. All right, so again, there isn't really a clear date yet. I'm really hoping it's early 2021, but my guess is probably spring/summer of that year. So I would say that, again, like most games, like New Horizons came out kind of like in March time, that season where, like spring and summer starts to happen and kids are getting out of school. And so I think that's going to be a good time for them to release it. Again, I'd rather have them release it when it's ready and when they want us to have it. So hopefully sooner than later, but hopefully at the right time. What platforms will Hogwarts Legacy be on? Hogwarts Legacy will be available for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 Pro, Xbox One, all those Series X, Xbox One X, and PC. So I'll probably be playing on Xbox Series X. I'm going ahead and get one of those as soon as they are available. They are available now, but again, they've been sold out as well as the PS5s. Again, I'm sure you guys have all seen those scalping videos of people hoarding those game consoles, but again, once Christmas is over, I'm sure I'm going to find one available and pick one up soon. Let me know what you guys are playing it on and if you think it matters. All right, so what is Jk Rowling's involvement with the game? Is this a new story from Jk Rowling? Answer, Jk Rowling is not directly involved in the creation of this game. However, her extraordinary body of writing is a foundation of all projects in the wizarding world. This is not a new story from Jk Rowling. And we kind of knew that going into this. Again, it's not going to be any Harry Potter characters or anything like that, but this is going to be all of the things that we already love. Again, the magic, characters as far as muggles and wizards and witches, and then basically Hogwarts, its campus, its grounds. I hope really that they dive into all those fundamental pieces that we love. Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley. I really hope that they go into super depth with all those areas and beyond. So really there's a lot to work with, and I think we have a lot to look forward to on that part. How does Hogwarts Legacy fit into the Harry Potter wizarding world? Kind of the same question. While Portkey games are not direct adaptations of the books and films, the games are firmly rooted in the Harry Potter universe. While remaining true to Jk Rowling's original work, Portkey Games developers chart new territory by creating fresh ways for fans to immerse themselves in the wizarding world. This is great. So this can go either way though. I feel like they can do a really good job of creating a new immersive world that has a lot of unfamiliar, ways that things function, and I think that's going to be really fun. But also I hope that it doesn't hurt it. I hope that it's not too out there. I hope it's not too crazy and just a little funky. I hope that it does use more source material than it does not. All right, the next one is Hogwarts Legacy an original story? Answer: Hogwarts Legacy is an open-world, single-player, action role-playing video game RPG set in the 1800s wizarding world. The story has players experiencing life as a student at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry like never before, as they live the unwritten and embark on a dangerous journey to uncover a hidden truth of the wizarding world. Awesome. So they've kind of touched on this again a few times. We're going to be experiencing life as a Hogwarts student. That is exactly what I want. That I want to be able to go to class. Again, nobody loves school in the real world, but everybody loves the wizarding world. Everybody wants to go to Hogwarts. Everybody wants to get sorted. Everyone wants to mix a potion, go to a transfiguration class and learn from all those awesome teachers that Hogwarts has. And I think that this is going to be probably the most fun I'm going to have playing is going to school, exploring Hogwarts, and finding those nooks and crannies of everything that it has to offer. But they also talk about living the unwritten and embarking on a dangerous journey. So I'm guessing we're going to eventually have to leave Hogwarts and try to discover what it is that makes us different in this story. And so that's going to be exciting. Again, I hope there's a lot more to the game than just the main story. That's what I want. I want a lot else than just a story. The story would be fun, but I want to explore Hogwarts. So what is the original story of Hogwarts Legacy? Players will experience life as a student at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry in the 1800s. As they embark on a dangerous journey to uncover a hidden truth of the wizarding world, they will grow their magical abilities by mastering spells, brewing potions, and taming fantastic beasts. Yeah, so again, 1800s, awesome. I love that it's kind of old and going to have some of that to it. They will grow their magical abilities and by mastering spells. I hope it is going to have stuff like that where you learn a spell and you're not really good at it. You kind of shoot maybe inaccurately, or it's just not as strong. And as you continue to use it, it develops and becomes you become a lot better at it. Brewing potions, that makes sense. Again, we're going to have to hopefully collect all the ingredients. And then taming fantastic beasts. They've touched on a lot on that. We're probably going to see a lot of those animals, and that's probably going to be a big part of it. How do you play Hogwarts Legacy? Hogwarts Legacy is filled with immersive magic, putting players at the center of their adventure to become the witch or wizard they choose to be. A lot of choice there. They will grow their characters' abilities as they master powerful spells, hone combat skills, and select companions to help them face off against deadly enemies. Players will also encounter missions and scenarios that will pose difficult choice and determine what they stand for. So I guess they're going to be testing our character, whether we want to go for good options or choose evil. I hope that it doesn't again, I'm happy to make choices and stuff, but I hope that this game isn't linear in the sense you do this choice, therefore it does that. And I hope there is a lot of autonomy that you can basically mix and match and do more than just make a single choice and have one single outcome. Can players choose and switch their Hogwarts house in Hogwarts Legacy? Players can choose their own Hogwarts house at the start of Hogwarts Legacy. Awesome. Go Hufflepuffs. leave a comment if you're a Hufflepuff. We'll have more details to share at a later time. Again, that makes sense. I hope there's like leading up to the Sorting Hat that we actually have choices to make before that kind of help us determine which house we belong in. Okay, will you see Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, or Ron Weasley in the game? No, Hogwarts Legacy is set in the 1800s before the time period of Jk Rowling's original stories. Totally okay with that. Don't need to see them. Rather, again, have our own story here. Be your own person. Will Hogwarts Legacy adhere to Wizarding World lore? Yes, while Hogwarts Legacy is not a direct adaptation of the books and films, the games are anchored in Wizarding World lore. Avalanche is creating a unique gaming experience that is inspired by Jk Rowling's Wizarding World, in which players will find new and unexpected location, characters, and story elements. So yeah, there is going to be a lot of new and I guess adaptation to the books that we are going to experience and like find out and discover. Sounds like it's going to be pretty unique, but I really hope that they do, again, balance it really well and have a lot of recognition or a lot of stuff that we recognize and a lot of like new stuff, but we'll see what they do. Does the game take place only in Hogwarts Castle? Hogwarts Legacy takes players beyond Hogwarts to new and familiar locations, including the Forbidden Forest and Hogsmeade Village. Cool. Again, like my biggest desire out of this game is to have an awesome detailed Hogwarts Castle and grounds. I want that to be the highlight of this game, being able to explore those scenes. But it sounds like they are going to take us beyond, which is cool. Familiar locations, so places we've been, but also new. So who knows what that new is. The trailer showed a couple of places I'm guessing are going to be new. But as far as what I want to be the best, I hope it really is Hogwarts Castle. And really big, a lot to explore there. What is Portkey Games? Portkey Games from Warner Brothers Games is a games label dedicated to creating new Wizarding World mobile and video game experiences that place the players at the center of their own adventure, inspired by Jk Rowling's original stories. Portkey Games offers players the opportunity to make their own narrative choices and engage in the Wizarding World setting to discover new and unique experiences. The label is created to bring gamers and fans new gaming experiences that allow them to delve into the Wizarding World in immersive ways where they can create their own magical stories. Yeah, we saw this like with the mobile games, with the augmented reality stuff and like the other Hogwarts Castle one where you kind of like just tapped. It was just a tap one, then you had to like run out of energy and then you had to spend money on it. That was just cash grabs. Those were just a waste. Like the Pokemon Go ripoff was like okay, but again, nothing special. Like I really hope that they actually do something that's not a cash grab and actually for us to explore. What does Portkey Games mean and why have they chosen it for this label? In the Harry Potter series, a Portkey is an object enchanted to instantly transport anyone touching it to a specific location. Most of the time, a Portkey is an everyday object that would not draw the attention of a muggle. For Portkey Games, it symbolizes how games under this label transport fans into their own adventures inspired by the Wizarding World. Cool concept. Again, like, hey, something that seems like common actually is going to help you take you to somewhere brand new, and that's what we want. What type of games will be developed under Portkey Games? A lot of Portkey game questions. Again, we don't really need to know this, but I guess just for the future. Portkey Games will enable developers to create a variety of new immersive gaming experiences that are inspired by Jk Rowling's Wizarding World. These experiences have not been written by Jk Rowling and will not be direct adaptations of the books or films. These are games that have been created for the fans by game makers for who themselves are fans of and have been inspired by Wizarding World. Awesome. So again, like I really hope that these fans really pull it from that source material and give us, again, a new but also immersive experience. Are Portkey Games created by Jk Rowling's approval? Each experience offered under Portkey Games will take place in the Wizarding World and will be authentic to the Wizarding World. Jk Rowling is supportive of Portkey Games and entrusted the design and creation of the games to WB Games and developers involved. Okay, so that's it. Like basically they're saying like, hey, JK has given them the green light to use whatever they want, to use Harry Potter and everything that they offer all together. And so we really hope that, again, these are true fans and use the best source material that they have. But those are the questions that they think we want to ask. I actually took the time to write down some questions that I and maybe you guys even want to ask. So like the questions that I really want to have answered is, how big is the map? Like, again, they say to new places and outside of Hogwarts Castle. That's probably my biggest question so far, is just like, how big is it? Like, how far can we go? Is it going to take hours? Is it just like, how long does it take to cross it? We're flying on a hippogriff in the trailer. That's awesome. So obviously there's going to be some distance involved. And I really hope that it is real big, really immersive, and that we can take days exploring it. That's kind of how big I want it to be. Besides the main story, like, what else is there to do? That's my biggest question too. Like, okay, yeah, we can make choices of like kind of like leads us to discover this untold power, I guess, that we have. But that's cool, but I really want to make sure that I get the full experience of like, okay, I found a spell. I'm going to go see what that spell can do with other things and try to use that spell in a random location, or discover some new potions that I can create, or find my own way to find, I guess, new friendships. Just everything that I can do. I really hope that there's more than just the main story. I really hope that there's a lot of like side quests or other things to get involved with, especially in Hogwarts. I want to make sure Hogwarts is like super detailed. I want to get into the Room of Requirement. I want to, find those secret passages. Another question is there a sequel? Like, is this the beginning of an awesome trilogy, or is there going to be more to this? Is there going to be a DLC, or are they going to constantly support this game to where is it going to get bigger? That's something I want to know. Like, what is this going to lead to? Again, we still haven't experienced this one, and if it's good, I hope there's going to be more, and that's kind of what I want to get to. But I'm super stoked. So again, guys, like, I'm super excited for this game. Today was just a frequently asked questions on their website, but we're going to go ahead and get more in depth onto what they have to offer and what this game's going to bring. I can't wait to bring you guys gameplay. I'm somebody that's not going to be finishing the game within the first day. I'm probably somebody that's going to take it slow, enjoy it, and upload like normal gameplay rather than trying to, find all the secrets and reveal it to you guys. I wish I had the time for that, but I'd rather be somebody that enjoys it and soaks it all in. And so I want to share all that with you guys. So if you guys like that, go ahead and subscribe now, because I'm going to start trying to get all that information to you guys and share as much as I find out. Anything I find out, I'll let you guys know. And again, can't wait to start this journey with you guys. And anyway, have a good day.